What's up, everybody? It's March now, and shed and scouting season is getting to be in full swing here, and I hope you guys have been getting after it like we have been lately. All of our snow in western Oregon has pretty much melted off, and I was able to get out and do a better comparison of clear-cut ages, as well as document a couple things that you want to look for in the early spring when you're scouting. We got all the pets out here with me, and this guy is chomping at the bit to get out there and find some sheds, isn't he? Oh, good boy. All this February snow we got really helped kick off the new feed, which I'll show you guys up close in a second. And it matted down all the old dead grass everywhere, so it'll make it really easy to see any possible antler tips. But anyways, here is the newer clear cut with no snow covering it. And as I go down the hill, here's the transition. And it kind of just goes around like that to the older clear cut. It's got some 3 to 7 foot tall fir trees, and the deer really like to hide in that and eat this feed. Leo, hey! Looks like he found some feed of his own. That was a freaking dead mouse. Until about 5 minutes ago, I really never knew that this young of a clear cut that looks so dead and everything would have as much new feed as it does. So that gets me really excited for this upcoming season. All this is going to be 3 or 4 foot tall green grass in the next month or two. And like I said, the deer are not going to want to leave it all summer. Check this out. This is another reason that I really like this clear cut, and I think it's pretty unique because it's got all these pine trees everywhere as opposed to fir trees like these ones. And pine trees are really uncommon in western Oregon, so I'm not sure why these got replanted, but it makes me really excited what this place will look like in 10 more years. This is how I know that this buck doesn't go anywhere. That's a rubbed tree. That was a rubbed tree. This one is about 1 year old, but the last 3 years, he's consistently made rubs on this little line, on this elevation of the clear cut. Right down there, all the way down to the timber. So I know this is one of the main trails he uses in the area he likes best. You just gotta keep hunting it and figure him out a little better. Alrighty, so if you've seen our off-season vlog 2, you would have seen me find a buck bed in the snow, and I moved my camera to where that bed was, right on this fir tree right here. Well, I set that camera up in a hurry and didn't realize the sun would be pointing directly into it all day. So yesterday, I came down this same trail here, and there's another one that feeds into it this way. And I moved the camera right down here. And that's where it is now. I got it set here for the rest of the summer because this is one of the main trails in this entire clear cut. And this camera ended up pretty close to my second camera, which was back in the timber a short ways over there. So I took down that second camera and moved it up the hill, and I'll show you guys what my thought process was with the second camera as well. Here's another rub that's on that same elevation line in this clear cut, and I have not had a camera up this high in the clear cut because there's no good trees to put it on, and I was just gonna give up on having a second camera down here yesterday, but I figured I might as well try out this stump right here and see if I'd catch this buck cruising this line he made. So that's the thought process with that one. We'll let him sit for a good month or so and be back to you guys when spring is here in full swing. Alrighty, so now that you guys are all caught up on what I've done with my trail cameras and you've got a better look at the clear cut without it being covered in snow, I've got a couple more clips from my buddy Dallas to get you guys introduced to him. And while I'm waiting for him to come over, I'm also going to tell you guys some stories about my shed collection here too. These are the 4 sheds that I have, and actually out of the 4, this is the only one that I've actually found myself. These 3, I'll get to those in a second. So this one is a 4-point mule deer shed. They're all mule deer sheds, but I found this on my first high country mule deer hunt. If you're from Oregon, you might recognize what that means. I have them all marked where I got them from. Back in 2010, almost 9 years ago, stumbled upon it and spotted it before my dad or his buddy could see it, and they were the seasoned hunters. I was just a wee little lad, so I'm sure you can imagine how stoked I was to find that one. These 2 are a set I got from the 2017 Sheds for Santa campaign. Pretty, I can't even get the whole thing in there. pretty monster 3x4. I'm almost more of a fan of this 3-point side with how long that point right there is. That's just ridiculous. And then I won this 3-point shed from a newer campaign called Forking Out for Christmas, started by my good buddy Adrian at Game On Outdoors. Stay tuned for Forking Out for Christmas in 2019. He's got some big plans with that, and I'm trying to help him out actually. But anyways, it's just a massive 3-point. It's got 2 cheaters, one freaking major hook cheater, and this makes me really want to get out there and find some more mule deer sheds of my own. If you guys aren't familiar with Sheds for Santa or Forking Out for Christmas, you should definitely check them out and put aside some money for it by next Christmas. They're awesome nonprofit organizations that set up shed antler auctions and use the donated proceeds to provide Christmas for families in need. Anyways, I'm sure you guys know what this means. I'm up at the barn and about to go through a few more stories from the good oldie piles. So I believe these two are from my dad's younger days. Nice little 3x4, heavy little blacktail. Then this goofy 3-point blacktail. This one I believe was killed on this very property right here by my uncle back in the day. Just a goofy 3x5 Roosevelt. These two are my grandpa's from way, way back. I never actually got the chance to meet this grandpa, so I haven't heard the true stories, but this is a super wide 6-point Rosie. I'm sure it was harvested very locally. And here we have another wide one. This is a blacktail. And if you don't know blacktails, this thing, they aren't around like this very often anymore. 5x4, just a monster. Probably almost 30 inches if I got the tape out. Pretty crazy. Wish I could have met my grandpa, you know. Here's one more. This is the first harvest I got to be a part of with my dad back when I was 12. 3-point Roosevelts don't, 3-point elk I guess in general, don't normally grow this way. But up here, they got this triple crown genetic, and this same year there was some hog monster 5 and 6 points that had this same thing going on in the top. And they're probably dang near record bookers, and we don't know what happened to them. But that's about it. Pretty cool little memories with all these.
Good morning, guys. Dallas here. Just talking a little bit more about the sheds that I had found a couple years ago and a few weeks ago as well. So first off, I'm going to start off with my dad's mule deer. This is what it looks like. So that was pretty cool getting that from my dad back in 16. While on that unit, I came across this big old club of a shed. Unfortunately, all the squirrels ate all the points off, but still a good find. That one was actually buried under some shrubs and stuff. And then on my 2017 general season elk hunt, while pulling out my bull, this one got hooked up on one of the tines. Didn't even realize it until it was at my feet. So that was pretty cool finding that one. And then this is the little shed that I had found at work. Nice little 3-point. Unfortunately, I was unable to find the other side. But if I am ever over there, I will definitely try and find that. It is always fun getting out there with family and friends and whatnot. So if you guys ever get a chance, definitely get out there and go with some friends or your family. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
What's up, buddy? Huh? Me and Leo are waiting for Dallas to show up. Leo's getting a little bit bored here. He just wants to show us how it's done. Are you gonna find the shed, boy? Are you gonna find the shed? Yeah, you getting ready, huh? Got Leo boy right by the road. There's Dallas. We'll go have him say hi in a second. You guys remember this here meadow from what should be the off-season vlog number 2. Leo just took me down the entrance to this meadow right here. And where'd it go? He was about to pick this thing up. That would be the leg of a fawn. That's what, ooh, it stinks. That's why you do your predator hunting, suckers. Gonna have to walk through here kind of carefully and maybe find the rest of this carcass. Man, that one got me freaking good from about 20 yards away. This is a struggle out here in the Pacific Northwest, I tell you guys what. What do you got there? As you, what were you just saying?
Didn't find a shed.
Attaboy. That's pretty sweet. We just saw the buck's track. That looks like his horn from 2 or 3 years ago. Sweet. On the board for the day.
Yeah.
Well guys, we're running out of time, but I hope you enjoyed us finally getting a shed find on camera, as well as some of our hunting heritage stories. And I hope you guys are enjoying some of the information and struggles that we're sharing as well, so that you guys can learn along with us and be inspired to get out there too. We'll be sure to continue documenting our progression of scouting and shed hunting, as well as continue filming as we transition into our 2019 hunts. I also did some brief filming on a fishing trip last week with my dad where I caught my first steelhead, and we have a couple more fishing trips planned for this spring, so be on the lookout for more fishing content on our channel as well. And we're also hoping to do some how-tos and gear reviews that are geared towards backpack hunting. We're putting in the work this spring, and we appreciate your guys' time watching all of these videos. Thanks a bunch. We'll see you on the next one. There's the rest of the pack. We gotta put that cougar and those predators down before the rest of these guys start getting picked off. The deer herd here just started bouncing back.